Right, Cheshire debut came at the age of 18, back I think it was either 2004-2005 season. It was against Devon away at Bovey Tracy. I've never been so nervous before a cricket game in all my life. At the time, Cheshire weren't the settled side that they were, or that what they are now. There are a lot of guys that were brought in from other leagues, the likes of, there's a guy called David Pennant, Alex Twigg, Matt Kazar, Chris Schofield were playing. So the people I'd never played with or against. So came to the side not knowing a lot of players. Very, very nerve-wracking, but I didn't disgrace myself. Made 40, 48, 42 in my two innings, and the game was drawn, rain affected. Ended up playing the next game against Wiltshire, only scored one, and following on from that, due to unavailability, someone else came in, I think it was Nick Cantello, came in and very well kept me out the side for the rest of the year. The following year, I was looking to hopefully pursue the Cheshire dream even further and cement my place in the side, and unfortunately got struck down with glandular fever. So that's my one piece of advice to Harry is don't go around kissing lots of girls, because it might destroy your cricket career. So that year was a blowout for me. Didn't play any Cheshire cricket and missed about 11 weeks of the season. But the following year after that, so 2 years after my debut, started in the second game in the Championship and have never looked back since. Cemented my side, and I was fortunate enough in that year we actually won the Championship as well. So from then on, it's been 8 or 9 years, and I've had a great time, and it's probably slowly coming to an end. But one person's end to the Cheshire career is another person's start. So Harry, you want to tell us about your debut? I wasn't present, unfortunately, but.
No, yeah, this has been my first year playing in the Cheshire team, and like Warren said, it's quite a settled side at the moment, so it's been really good to play with and get to know the people I've been playing against and looked up to in the league, people like James Duffy and other players from Hyde, etc. It's been really good to play, and I've obviously really enjoyed it and had a little bit of success both with the team and individually. I think amazingly my first two games got 5 wickets in both, which was great to contribute. When, like Warren said, I was obviously nervous as well. Going in before the games, so yeah, it's been really good. And 3-day cricket is a different style of cricket. Obviously, grew up playing 1 day all the time, so it's really good for me. And being a spinner, I really enjoy it, and I like being out there on the field with the people like I look up to, and being out there with Dicko and Jack. So I really enjoy Cheshire and look forward to playing again more this year.
I suppose most Harry came into a Cheshire side that has been successful, and I was the same when I came in. Over the last 10 years playing with Cheshire, I've been in 4 Championship finals. I've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 1. But I think the way Cheshire cricket is going now, it's full of local lads, and we're still competing with the best. So I mean, I started in my second stint for Cheshire after my glandular fever. They shoved me to open the batting. I was fortunate enough to be batting with quite possibly one of my favourite cricketers around, Daniel Leach. Nearly forgot his name there. Hope you see this. And had a really good opening partnership with him for about 2 years, 3 years, until his career was cut. I wouldn't say cut short, but came to a sudden end due to maybe other commitments, but yeah, I've had a great time with Cheshire, and really fortunate enough to have been part of a successful team, successful Cheshire team over the period. Right. So at the age of 16, I was selected with 2 other Cheshire players, Daniel Berry and John Daniels, to be part of the first Lancashire Cricket Academy. I was in the academy for 2 years, went to university, and at that point I was looking for a career in maybe in accounting or something like that, whatever my degree was gonna take me to. But over those next few years, I think I really developed as a player, especially as a batsman, and started scoring some big runs for Chester and for Cheshire. And I suppose the advantage of being in the academy back when I was 16, 17 was that the people at Lancashire knew my name. So if I was getting runs, they could see that. So to cut a long story short, it created an opportunity for me at the age of 22, I think it was, to trial with Lancashire for roughly 3 to 4 months. So again, very, very nerve-wracking. It was the highest standard of cricket that I played, and I didn't really think much of it. I thought I'd see it as have a bit of fun, test myself out, and I didn't really believe that I stood a chance. But the more I played, the more I got used to the pace of the game, the pace of bowlers, and ended up doing far better than what I ever expected. Even ended up getting 100 at Old Trafford, and I think the highlight when I was there was that I got 80. I think it was 87 at Chelmsford against Essex in the one-day second 11 final. But it wasn't to be. It didn't work out for one reason or another, and I've ended up going down the route to becoming a financial advisor. So if there's anyone who needs a pension or any life insurance, please give me a call.
Yeah, right.
So that's one way of creating opportunities to becoming a professional cricketer. I obviously didn't make it, whereas the guy who left me, Harry, is right in the prime seat to making a real success out of cricket, and I'll let him tell his side of the story about Derby.
Yeah, so similar to Warren, as a 16-year-old being picked up by Derbyshire, given me other opportunities, like Warren said. I've been training with the academy, and I've been lucky enough to play some second team games in my first season as well as last season as well. Playing at the county ground and having bowling and batting opportunities. I actually opened the bowling in my first game for the second team, so this has given me good opportunities there, and it's kind of given me a taste of what of the standard and the players that I would be playing against. Say if I would get a contract. So that was a really good experience for me. I've been lucky enough to train with the first team as well, so I can see how they conduct their day-to-day lifestyle, etc. So for me, I think in the future, like Warren said, obviously he went off to university, and I'm lucky enough to have all my offers and there's places there if I want to take them. But I've been discussing with the club and with Lee Dixon as well and Warren, maybe opportunities to go to Australia. So there's plenty of options for me, things to do next year. But obviously cricket and trying to make it pro, if I can get the opportunity, that's clearly at the forefront of my plans. So, and then university and Australia plans, obviously many players from Chester are there at the moment, such as Ross and Ollie. So if I can either follow in their footsteps, and then when I come back from there, or university, give it a good go and making it pro, similar to Warren did. And hopefully the outcome is in my favour.
Yeah, moving forward, I would obviously like to continue to have the success that I've had with Chester over the last 3 or 4 years. I like that to continue for as long as I play for Chester. I still want to, still got ambitions to score as many runs as I can. We've got some great juniors coming through. Harry's now maybe not even considered a junior, but I like to continue to see the development of juniors at the club. The club's at a really good stage at the moment, both on the field and off the field. The ground's looking lovely. We've just had new nets put in. The committee have been set up, the right people in the right jobs. I think what we achieved last year will hopefully just be the start of things. So bring on 2015, and hopefully the next 10 to 15 years of me playing first team cricket.
So my future at Chester, obviously looking at next year, I'll be getting a little bit more responsibility in the coaching point of view and performance as well. Obviously this season is my 18th, so hopefully I'm sure the lads will give me a bit more social responsibility as well, looking at Warren over there. So yeah, look, can't wait to get involved in all senses and just get out there and start playing cricket. I'm being bored of looking at all the football goals out there. So can't wait for next year and hopefully more wickets, more runs and another successful season for Chester.